However,
Any spicy takes and whatnot?
yeah, however, how do y'all want to format that? Do y'all want to go through y'all's introduction of the series first, and then
Everybody. What is up? It has been a minute.
I'm hoping
I
I'll.
have not
Okay.
streamed in a long time.
Okay. Hopefully this sounds decent, feels decent, tastes decent.
There's a little bit of an echo going on.
Okay, hold on. Me. Talk.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hopefully this will work out now.
Hello, hello. Everyone good?
Kylie, talk for me.
Talking. 1, 2, 3. ABC.
Good. We're good. We're good.
Sweet.
All right. So, no, this is y'all are the ones streaming on Twitch, not me, but I am the host of this,
You're the moderator.
moderator, whatever you want to call it.
Gotta keep us in
I'm
line.
also a mod for both your channels. So if anybody tries to start some shit, I'll ban
Get
you.
ready for the hate bombs, Kyle. Those exist.
But yeah, so we're here to talk about / debate the Kingdom Hearts series. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. We'll start with Teddy. Give like a little brief introduction on your history with the series, how you got introduced to Kingdom Hearts, etc.
Well, I've played Kingdom Hearts since the very beginning. Specifically, my former friend Brad, he had a PlayStation 2, and his brother bought him Kingdom Hearts for his birthday, and I was always over his house, so uh he played it, he beat it, and was like, "Hey, do you want to play it?" And I was like, "Really? Can I?" And I just fell in love with it from there. I've played every Kingdom Hearts game except for the digital one. I think it's Recoded or whatever that one was. Um but yeah, I've been around since day one ish.
All right, sounds great, and I like the day one ish reference there.
Yeah.
See what you did there. All right, so Kylie, next.
So I would say I was, I started out being a massive Final Fantasy fan, and then I saw on like magazines and shit. I was like, wait, Disney and Square are gonna make a game? The fuck? So I kept reading about it, and finally it came out sometime in 2002. In 2002, played it and was like, oh wow, this is really good. And I have played every game in the series with the exception I've not played Three's DLC, and I've not played much of the rhythm game or much of the mobile game.
The mobile game's fun. At first I didn't really necessarily like it, but then like I came back to it like years later and they like massively improved it.
Yeah, I've been needing to go back to it, but
It's really fun. I like it. It still had my account from the first time I had it because it saves to your like iOS like game center. So I came back in and then I got like a bunch of rewards and it like jacked up my level to like insane like stuff. I had a bunch of rare keyblades, so I was like already pretty fucking well off at that point anyways, which is kind of cool.
yeah. Um, I guess when we quote unquote get to it, like I can kind of talk about history with each individual game, quote unquote. Maybe a passing comment, or if we start talking about one game, then I can go into. I've got specific history with BBS and the first HD remaster. But other than that, but yeah, go ahead, Prescott.
Is that
Go
the
ahead.
one for the PS3, right?
Yeah,
All right. Well, as far as Kingdom Hearts goes, for me, all I've ever played is Kingdom Hearts 2.
The best
Uh,
one.
not quite.
I really enjoyed that one. It was I didn't even have it because this is around the time where like I used to be a big PlayStation 2 player, and then I went to a friend's house and played Halo one day, and
They made the wrong
traded my
decision.
PlayStation for an Xbox and Halo. Never looked back. But they
Mix squeeze me.
but I went to my friend's house, my best friend in high school, and he was a big PlayStation fan, and he had all the Kingdom he had Kingdom Hearts 1 and I think 2 had recently came out, and I was watching him play it, and I was like, "Wow, what is this?" And he was telling me what it is. I was like, "This looks fucking awesome." And so when he went to bed, I was like, "Can I just keep playing on this?" And he's like, "Just make your own save file and play." And I was like, "Okay." And so I stayed up all night just playing it.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I was introduced to the first one. My
yeah,
friend Brad.
it was a blast, and like I had a great time playing it. But that's really the extent of all I know. So y'all two are the experts, so I won't keep anyone else with my stuff on it. Now, do y'all want to just go ahead and jump straight into questions, or if there's is there anything else as far as like hot takes or whatever that you two want to talk about before we jump in questions?
I can I could drop like one of my hot takes now and kind of get it out the way.
Okay.
Simple and Clean is fucking overrated. I love it as a song. Don't get me wrong. It is not the singer either because I'm obsessed with Utada Hikaru. It is just the fact that fucking Square Enix and Disney beat Simple and Clean into the fucking ground. Sanctuary was a better fucking song, hands down, and they fucking like just only used it for Kingdom Hearts 2. And then Birth by Sleep, I don't think they did it for that one, or they did, and it was like a shortened version of it because PSP limitations. But like it's just like every other game was like simple and clean. Like they even redid it in like Chain of Memories. And it was just like, give me a break. Like I need another
Uh,
song.
before Kylie interjects, because I can just see it on Kylie's face. They're ready to blow up. I will also agree with Teddy. I love Sanctuary way more than Simple and Clean. I listen to both, of course, but Sanctuary was always the one that stuck with me and one I can still listen to till this day. So yeah, go ahead, Kylie. I know you want to say you want to talk. Go ahead.
Before I get to my hot take, that's oof, oof. Um, I do agree that Simple and Clean is very overused. Like it was the theme for BBS, it was the theme in Chain. I do like how I think in Dream Drop Distance they made like an instrumental version. That was kind of neat. Or maybe they already had it. They just use it for Dream Drop. They use, like I said, like you said, they use it way too much. But Sanctuary being a better song.
Yeah, man, she put like a lot more like production value in the song as a whole. And like by like the time Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, like Square Enix had like perfected like, what animation style they really wanted to go with. And like by the time Kingdom Hearts 2 came out and they had the technology for it, it made it flowed better. Like the animation during that opening scene when they played Sanctuary flowed better. I will say though, Kingdom Hearts or Simple and Clean's like slower version is the version that I like. I don't like the poppy like remixy kind of
Yeah, no,
version.
no. The version they play at the end of the game. Oop, Prescott died.
He said he's trying to reconnect.
Oh, okay, cool. He died.
Man down. Your mic's muted.
What?
Sorry, I'm back. My internet pooped.
I thought Joe was bragging about y'all having badass internet now. Anyway, uh, so okay, first of all, not to correct you or anything when I say this, but I'm pretty sure that I saw that Hikaru came out as non-binary, so I don't know if her pronouns are she, her, or they, them. But just for the sake of it, I'm gonna say they, them. I don't know. Anyway, um, so my hot take as far as theme songs, Face My Fears is better than My Sanctuary. The song for 3.
I it's been a minute since I've played 3 to be fair, so I don't exactly remember that one.
Oh,
Not
okay.
gonna lie.
I was listening to all three of them the other night. And I was like, wow, I think I like Face My Fears better than Sanctuary. I'm not saying Sanctuary is a bad song. I like all three of them. But yeah, I guess we'll. Since you've not listened to it, we can't argue about it. God damn it! But yeah. At the end of the day, what we're saying is the Kingdom Hearts has really good songs. Or good opening songs.
They do. They're fucking bangers. Absolutely.
Yes, and Yusuf says in the chat that Utata is indeed non-binary.
Right. What I'm looking up right now is like what their pronouns are.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want to misgender anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever said specifically, but go ahead, Prescott.
Is that out of the way now? Are y'all ready for questions, or is there anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I guess we can go. Let's bounce back and forth. Let's go hot take question, and then maybe throw some random trivia in there as we go.
Okay.
So they're like mix, I guess, but I don't necessarily know what that means. It didn't really specify whether or not they preferred they them. They said neutral, so I guess I will say they them.
Okay.
I did not know that actually. Fun fact. Thanks for educating me on the fact that the Tadakar is non-binary.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. It was like there's a YouTube show that I watched, and they mentioned. I was like, what?
That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
We learned something already on this debate. All right. All right. So we're gonna start with a really simple question. I'll start since I started with Teddy on the hot take. I'll start with Kylie. Kylie, Tyson Smith asks, "What is your favorite game of the series and why?"
Well, you tell Kenny Omega I said. Anyway, my favorite game of the series, Birth by Sleep. I love the darker tone of the story. I love Xehanort as a villain. It's just amazing, played by Leonard Nimoy. Awesome. My issues, I don't like doing the same thing 3 times in a sense. Like they kind of changed it somewhat, but it's just over and over, and you're going through the same worlds, and that was a little repetitive. But I guess it was on the PSP. You got to give it some credit. All 3 of the characters are pretty good. Bosses are fun. Fuck fighting the mysterious figure. God damn.
I mean, I like Birth by Sleep. I thought it was a pretty dope game. I like the little the little motorbike thing that you could do. I liked tracking down all the little stickers or whatever and decorating like sticker book. But I also like the little board game mini game that they did.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
I fucking loved beating it, and like I loved the one where you play against either he's like Pete or he's like Captain Dark or whatever, Captain Light, where he flips between the two. Or when you land on his space or whatever, and he either blesses you or curses you, he follows you around.
I guess since we're currently talking about BBS, I can kind of give my history and why I think it's my favorite game. Is because when BBS came out in Japan, actually, I was real big into the PSP hacking homebrew scene. So I basically played that game in Japanese, then with an English menu translation, then with an English translation, then the US version, then fucking final mix with an English translation, and then the HD version. So what? So I think that might be why I have such a connection to that one, because I basically played it several times, or not all the way through, but I would play, in Japanese. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but circles attack, X is jump. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, if you can like learn the like menuing systems, you can actually play in Japanese. I think like for speedruns and stuff like that, some of them prefer to use the Japanese.
Yeah, because it's like all the menus are faster.
So they'll like memorize like what's in what slot, so they can just like remember how many spaces down they're supposed to go or whatever to use an item or like go to their equipment and stuff like that.
And we'll probably get to this here soon, but also I imported the first HD remaster and played it in Japanese. But considering I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 several times, wasn't that hard playing it in Japanese.
Pretty interesting. Teddy, same question. Favorite game and why?
I gotta say, like I was really thinking, and I was debating between 1 and 2 based off of like my different connections to them. Um, Definitely, I am more leaning towards 2. Um, that game had everything like that 1 had, but like did it better. They did a completely like revamp of like the system. They like improved on like how they presented HP bars. Um, they improved some of the characters' AIs, although they didn't improve Donald's enough to know that he needed to fucking heal Sora if he was in critical,
Yep.
instead of fucking casting thunder every 5 seconds. Um, but like I liked the mini games in it. I liked the Roxas and the introductions of the nobodies. Um, I liked the introduction of the real Ansem, Ansem the Wise.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I like fucking Aquatica. Another hot take for fucking Kingdom Hearts 2. I liked Aquatica. I am a massive slut for fucking rhythm type games. And I just found it like a nice break from all of the fucking doom and gloom that was constantly going around, because Kingdom Hearts 2 decided they wanted to go with much darker themes, like Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, where you had like literal people that you were like massacring with your Keyblade, but it was played off as haha, they're undead, you
Yep.
know like. And then you not only did you get the first pass through where you had to deal with all like the heartless and stuff like that, then you had to pass through them again to deal with all of the nobodies, and they were completely new boss fights. They were completely new uh like things you had to optimize for. Fucking trying to speed run it is insane, like some of the work that they have to do to speed run those things. And like I think like the perfect iteration of Kingdom Hearts 2 is the final mix, which is the one that's in the 1.2 plus 2.5 or what, all the fucking weird numbering system that they used after a while. Um but I liked Final Mix. Like I liked going through and doing the data battles for all of the organization members that were fucking killed in the what is considered by me the worst Kingdom Hearts game, Chain of fucking Memories.
We'll get to that.
Fucking uh but like I thought they were cool characters. I liked their stories, so I always wanted to see them in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And like um I have thoughts also about like the HD like remake of like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories as well, because uh you would think that would be something what I want, but like there's a lot of critiques I have about it and its execution. Uh but like all of the data battles there were like hard and challenging, and they made bosses that were like uh I don't say like pushovers in like the first iteration of the game. They actually made them challenging, and you actually had to learn strats. And they added new secret bosses. Like just everything about that game was great. Plus, it gave us the Thousand Heartless battle, which is, I'm sorry, one of Sora's most badass feats. It gave us him fucking cutting through skyscrapers with his fucking Keyblade. It gave him and fucking Riku fucking goddamn deflecting all those fucking shots from Xehanort at the fucking end.
Dimness.
I mean, they were taking body blows from like lightsaber level energy weapons, and they were just shrugging it off like it was nothing. Like everything, and like even the teaser at the end it was just something simple about like the Keyblade War, but like I like the fact that like they gave you so much to do and so much to work for that when you got to that reveal without like looking it up online or fucking something, it felt like really rewarding because it made you super super hyped for the next game, which even the first one did when you had to like beat every Hercules battle or whatever, or beat it on Proud Plus or um to unlock it. It was just like it didn't feel like a drag of doing the same game over and over again. It was like, hey, complete this fucking Jiminy's journal. There's special moves in here. There's like stats you need to or metrics or goals you need to beat to get them. It was like a predecessor to Xbox achievements if you want to look at it. And it came out on PS2. It tracked your game's progress. It gave you rewards in game as well as like the progress towards the hitting end. Like there was so much about that was just like fantastic as a game. So like it can't not be my favorite one.
Yeah, I can't shit on Kingdom Hearts 2 at all. It's a fantastic fucking game. Like you said, there's so
Hello,
much.
CC. No, continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
There's so much you can do, so many bosses, especially if you're playing that shit on critical. Oof, it's so fun because there's like, it makes the game like you're limited on how much HP you got. Things can kill you in one hit. It's insane. When you go into the
Don't even perfect block. If you don't perfect block, you're done.
Yep. And then when you go into the memory room and you can fight all the organization members again, they're like twice as hard and then like I said, I don't think I've ever actually beaten the lingering will because that fucking fight, Jesus fucking Christ.
So I have the crown for beating all of the data battle in Kingdom Hearts 2. I, however, have not been able to manage to do that for 3 yet because I'm fucking stuck on Luxord. Why did they bring him back as a data battle? They could have brought anybody else back. But they were like, hey, here's this stupid fucking minigame, except or it's way more fucking punishing.
Is that in the DLC?
Yes.
I need to get the DLC.
It's the DLC. Essentially what it is a data battle plus a special battle at the end that, like, if you're really into story, I'm not going to spoil for you. But yes, you do a data battle to recreate a part of Sora's memory.
Fine.
There's some weird shit. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've played 3, honestly. I have it. I still have it. It's
have
just
you fucking tried 3 on critical?
Huh?
Have you tried playing 3 on critical?
That's how I got through like most of the data battles.
When that first came out, it didn't have critical. I played it on Proud. I was like, oh, this is pretty fun, pretty easy. I went back and tried to play it on critical. Fuck that shit. I died the dark side. I don't know how many fucking times.
Yeah, you've got to like min-max that shit hard. I watch a lot of videos on how to do stuff like that, so I just recreate what I see on their stream to the best of my ability.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to it.
Nowhere near as clean as any of those speedrunners, though. I will say that, but I mean,
I'm gonna go back to it at some point.
Follow by their example.
Fuck.
All right, that's a great question. Thanks for the question, Tyson. And moving on. So the next question, you don't have to give an explanation as to why. They just want just who, just names. So Charles Ray asked, "Who is your favorite party member?" And we'll go with Teddy first.
Can I ask you to clarify it for me? Specifically, are we talking about manually selectable ones or ones that can also party up with you at certain parts of the game? For example, when you're running through
in the series
towards well, I mean, obviously then my answer is going to be Squall, and I will not call him Leon. I just refuse to. It is Squall. That is all he will be. I don't care if you Arius out your way out of that situation. It's not. It is Squall. But it's obviously him. He was like my favorite character from Final Fantasy VIII. He's my favorite character in all of Final Fantasy history. So
Why are we the same person, Teddy? Squall's also my favorite.
So what we're getting to the point is like Teddy's just the queer version of you, Prescott. Anyway, so you do know the storyline reason why he's called Leon, right?
no,
Oh well.
that's one thing they don't ever really explain. He just had some like half-ass thing, like I discarded the name because like it haunted me from like the shit I didn't do, or some whack shit like that. It's just basically a play on I couldn't save them. And it's
Basically,
just
yeah. So
emo boy shit that I just refuse to accept.
basically, he couldn't save, I guess, Radiant Garden, and he's like, "Ah, I won't be called that. I'm gonna be called Leon." And blah blah blah.
Oh no, I couldn't save the organization that was training me to be a child soldier. Oh no. My classmates slash fellow mercenaries. I couldn't save any of them. Oh no. Bro, you couldn't save them from time compression. You literally die at the end of Final Fantasy VIII. Like, you can't be emo like that. You know, you lost all the ability when you died already.
Ali, same question.
Favorite party member?
Favorite party member. You don't have to give an explanation as to why they're your favorite. Just names.
I'm either gonna say Orin or Mickey.
Who was the first one?
Orin. Final Fantasy X. He's your party member in Olympus Coliseum in 2.
Oh, Auron from like Final Fantasy X. I got you.
Yeah, Auron.
Sorry.
But then also in like BS, Mickey's your partner. It's fucking Mickey Mouse, who I called basically he's the Yoda of Kingdom Hearts, just flipping and shit and magic and.
Hot take. Fuck Mickey Mouse.
Fuck Mickey Mouse in general, or fuck Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts?
All of it.
General. Fuck Mickey Mouse.
First of all, that is not Mickey's voice, all right? That is somebody attempting to stand in his shoes. All right? That is right, Yusef. That is Ricky the Rat. That is not Mickey Mouse, all right? Mickey Mouse is a corporate giant, all right? The way South Park portrays him is actually pretty accurate in his portrayal. Just saying.
Well,
that's hilarious. Right, so the next question will be
No, the character, babe.
The next
We're talking
question
about the character Ricky the Rat. He's a fake Mickey Mouse. That's what I just said.
I want to say it's actually his real voice actor in the first game, but then they got like a sound alike or his like video game actor for every other game.
Yeah, they did what they do with every project when they do a sequel. They will get the original voices for the first one. And then afterwards, they'll outsource it to cheaper people where it's lesser quality. However, it's Square Enix who puts out nothing but quality. But their localization team in the voice acting sometimes is not great. We had Lance Bass as fucking Sephiroth.
We did. At least they got the Advent Children actors for 2.
Yeah, but like... Although I would say David Boreanaz as Squall, though, chef's kiss. Just not so emo boy. Hey, it's not a problem with Lance Bass. It is nothing wrong with Lance Bass. It is nothing wrong with that. It's just Sephiroth had always had like a very like gravelly kind of voice, and that was already by the time that like Advent Children and stuff came out.
Actually, no.
It was around that time.
No, Kingdom Hearts 1 came out before Advent Children, so he didn't really have a voice yet. And they were just like, "Hey, come here, do a voice," which is not. And I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's what
Well, I
they
mean,
did.
I'm just saying that there's like X amount of years, but between like when it came here versus like when it's released in Japan, and like back in the day, those game process like localizations took a lot longer. Whereas now you can just fucking encrypt a file and send it to somebody, and boom, they can set it up in their station or whatever.
I don't know.
Yes,
Right.
Yusef. As in, it's gonna be May Landspass. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the voices in Kingdom Hearts 1 were just like, hey, you work for Disney, come here real quick.
I don't know how the fuck they landed fucking David Boreanaz though. Like, I mean, he was coming off being hot on fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer and still killing it on fucking Angel when they got him for this.
Yeah. Right.
So
Thank
like,
for the
you want to be an edgy fucking sword boy? And he's like, "Oh boy, do I." They're like,
Right.
"Got him." He's basically playing the same role he plays in Angel, but with a fucking gunblade.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the question, Charles. And next question, we are going to go.
Thanks, Chucky.
Hey, his name is Charles. Uh, we're so the next question will be a answer and an explanation. And this one's not going to be like you're picking your favorite. It's going to be, in your opinion, what is the best in the entire series. Okay. All right, so we'll start with Teddy.
Wait,
Teddy.
for games?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
about to ask a question. All right, so Teddy, Hank Loomis asks, "What is the best drive form or equivalent, and why?"
That depends, because I kind of like the drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 3 because I thought they were like unique and fun. But I gotta say, I think I like Final Form like the most. Like, as stupid as it sounds, that form was like insanely broken. Like, you could do so much like damage with it and chunk through bosses like insanely quick, even on the highest difficulty level with Final Form. Uh Plus, like, I don't know, I felt like I necessarily had to like it after all the fucking work I had to put into getting it, like maxing out my fucking summon gauge. It's literally just summon Stitch, watch him scroll across the fucking screen, walk away, come back 10 minutes later. Oh, look, your drive gauge is about to run out. Better go to the gummy menu, come back in. Oh, look, max gauge, summon Stitch again, go away for 10 minutes, dude. And lather, rinse, repeat till the gauge was maxed. So, like, I feel like the effort in it, I feel like, made me like it more because I felt like rewarded. Uh, but also, like, anti-form is fun as fuck too. So like, I'm kind of torn between those two as like my ultimate like favorites. Uh but I don't think anti-form necessarily is even considered like a drive form so much as it is like the drive form failing.
Like, oh, you abuse the drive form. Here, be a heartless kind of like thing for
Oh,
a few
what's
minutes.
that? You went master form 2 times in a row? Heartless. Yes, your messages are showing. I said yes. And I said no, I was not hating on your boss. And yes, Lance Bass is a queer icon.
Uh, Callie, same question.
Favorite drive form?
Not favorite. In your opinion, what is the best in
Oh.
this entire series or equivalent?
I really like limit form. The one you get in Final Mix 2. It basically gives you the abilities of Kingdom Hearts 1. You can use it without Donald Goofy. You can just use it and it gives you some good abilities and whatnot. I enjoy that. You're pretty useful against when you're fighting like Roxas and whatnot. And yeah, finals, you can do ridiculous shit with final forms, so. And also, I gotta give a quick shout out to Valor Form because it's the first one you get. You get to wield 2 Keyblades. You're like, yeah, 2 Keyblades.
I mean, yeah, you were like, holy shit, Roxas can do it and Sora can too?
Yeah. Although apparently Sora needs
Oh,
his
shit.
friends to do it, and Roxas can just wield too.
But my problem with Valor Form is you have to sacrifice Goofy, who's a valuable partner.
Oh yeah. You're someone
For
who won't
somebody-
fucking heal your ass.
Exactly. You could be the only fucking other person in his party, and he would still fucking heal himself or cast Thunder to waste his MP before he will fucking heal you.
Yep.
No, babe, we didn't see anything about Hank Loomis or Chucky from you. Sorry.
All right, so next we're gonna go to some rapid fire questions. What I mean by this is I'm gonna ask the question, you're gonna give me an answer, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So just no explanation, just the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. So first of all, Kylie, and I'll ask Teddy the same question too. Kylie, Jonathan Good asks, "What's your favorite Keyblade?"
Chaos Ripper, I think it's called, or Reaper. It's the ultimate dark Keyblade you get in BBS that only Terra can use.
Teddy.
So Berserker, the Berserker Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 2. And the reason why is because sorry, just quick answer, sorry. Go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It was
Kylie.
broken, that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Kylie, Buffy Summers asks, what is the hardest battle?
Lingering Will.
Eddie?
Luxord's data battle in 3.
Nice. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Buffy, for the questions. And last, Tedward, Patrick Bateman asks, what's the worst Keyblade?
Worst Keyblade?
Yes.
Honeypot. The one you get from Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Kylie?
Fuck.
DC got your reference, apparently, Kyle.
I'm gonna say the final mix version of Kingdom Hearts 1 final mix version of Oblivion, because they nerfed the hell out of it and it's not worth using anymore.
Okay. And last rapid fire question is gonna come here from Teddy's favorite person. So I'll just shoot at Teddy. Teddy Xander Harris asks, "What's your favorite battle?"
Thousand Heartless battle.
Okay. Kylie.
I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Lingering Will Terra, you play as, and you fight Terranort at the end of Terra's story in BBS.
Nice. All right, so that's
Very,
the end
very sad battle.
Yes.
Actually.
But so fun and so emotional. Love BBS. Go ahead. Sorry. We're not supposed to be explaining anything. We're just answering quickly.
Yeah. All right, and then we'll do one more rapid fire question, and the person who asked is actually in the chat. Yusuf from Sounds from the Grave podcast asks, "What is your favorite song?"
Oh, that was the one from the what world or whatever? What world had your
favorite
favorite song?
favorite music from a specific world?
I'll defer. I'll let.
Favorite song? Pacific World. Fuck.
Used to stomp you on that one. Supposed to be rapid fire. Just...
You know how much fucking music in this game? These games?
Yeah. That's like that's like there's like 8 worlds per game. So like.
You Yusuf. Let's see that's who that is. Okay, I can't read it.
I'm kind of like torn between two answers. That's why I'm kind of like stuck on. I'm like weighing them like out in my head, essentially.
Wait, maybe we'll come back to this one later.
I'm gonna no. I think I can. I think I can answer it.
I don't know if I can, but go ahead.
I think I'm gonna say Deep Jungle. I don't know why. Just like when you aren't in like Kingdom, or when you aren't like being chased by Heartless, it's very relaxing, peaceful music. And even the battle music is not like incredibly loud or jarring or like panicky compared to some of the other levels or worlds, especially in the other games. It just, I don't know, it felt relaxing, and it was just very pleasant to hear, I guess, over and over again as I died to Stealth Sneak because I didn't have Sonic Blade.
What we're basically saying is that Yoko Shimomori is amazing. What we're saying right now.
The other one I would have said Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's just because I'm a slut for I'm a pirate or whatever the song for Jack Sparrow is.
All right. So that's all that rapid fire questions. Next, we're gonna go to the old format of you give me an answer and an explanation. So, thanks everybody for the rapid fire questions. So we're moving on. Kirby Reed asks, "What is your favorite world and why?" We'll go with. I guess we'll start with Kylie.
Favorite world?
And why?
I have 3. Because I can't really pick. Halloween Town, because it's fucking Halloween Town. Like, do I need to explain that one? The World That Never Was, because the whole area where all of the nobodies and the organization, like, it just the like futuristic kind of city look kind of it was cool. And then the Keyblade Graveyard, because you're like, what the fuck happened here? Before we knew about it, like, you see all these Keyblades, you're like, what the fuck happened here? Plus, the way. Ooh, actually, hold on. That place is. Okay, I'm gonna stick with those 3.
Eddie?
I mean, so I guess if we're going 3 for 3, I guess. I would say the ones I've had the most fun in are Hollow Bastion, in Kingdom Hearts 2, because I hated the fucking elevator shit in Kingdom Hearts 1. I also like Tron's area.
Ooh, yeah.
His first iteration, so Kingdom Hearts 2 Tron's area.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say the Olympus Coliseum area in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'll agree with all those. Those are all great.
Because I love the whole boss fight where you're running up the mountain with fucking the rock titan, and he's throwing rocks at you and shit. It felt way better than a shoehorned, oh, he's gonna just casually show up in a coliseum and you're gonna beat him and he's gonna casually leave afterwards. It felt more like you were fighting an actual fucking titan. So like, yeah, those are my answers for the 3 areas I like. Tron, obviously, that speaks for itself. It's a bunch of computer related stuff, so obviously I'm hooked on that.
You need to do the light cycles. It's great.
Oh man, that was my favorite game actually. I used to play that for hours.
Okay. So this one's be interesting to see how y'all's answer varies. We'll start with Teddy. Robert Eggers asks, "What are your thoughts on Sora in Smash?"
I mean, I'm hyped for him, but I wish the forms played a bigger drive other than a costume change. Also, can we also stop using Kingdom Heart 1 Sora's outfit? He is like 25 at this point. He is not going to fit into a 12-year-old's clothes. In Kingdom Hearts 2, they already made fun of him for wearing clothes that were too small for him. So please, if you're ever going to have fucking Sora as any kind of cameo in every game, do not go with his Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit. It's not what you think is his most iconic look.
I would honestly say Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably his most iconic look.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody knows the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora look. Like, it's a fucking meme now. Like, people do it in memes now.
Hey, at least we get to...
Like,
what?
no, I was just gonna say there's TikToks about, like, people, like, making fucking, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 references from that like, with that outfit. Nobody dresses like a 2-year-old.
Ali?
So, I wish I could have actually watched it when it was announced so I could have had a more authentic reaction. I literally woke up, looked at my phone. It was an article from some news that said Swords and Smash. I was like, cool, back to sleep. But when I woke up and watched a bunch of the trailer, I was like, oh, wow. And then when I started learning, oh, wow, all the shit Nintendo had to do to get this bitch in the game. Like, there's so much. Like, Disney are legal bastards. Like,
I mean, yeah.
but yeah, and then I mean I agree.
They
Yeah,
own Marvel, Fox, and Star Wars.
but and like we got like no Disney representation other than the fucking end of the Keyblade. Like it's like, oh, you want Sora, right? Yeah, you get that. I mean, but the costumes are.
What are you talking about? Donald and Goofy are already in Smash Bros. Duck Hunt.
That was fun. I do like how in the trailer, like they reenact or not reenact, but kind of like I guess reenact Sora and Sephiroth's fights, and they use the Kingdom Hearts 2 because that was probably the better fight.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2's fucking fight was dope until Cloud showed up at the last fucking second.
Yeah.
And they're like, blip, bye. And you're like, oh man, I've been waiting for like 10 fucking years for these two to fight in 3D, and you took it away from me.
All right, so this next one's going to be a little bit long because it's a ranking.
You're a little
Who
bit
the
long.
fuck's Robert Eggers, by the way? I don't get that reference.
He's just somebody who submitted a question.
Mr. Prescott, I know you're lying to me.
Hey, so thank you, Robert, for the question. So the next question, this one's going to be fun. This one might get heated. We'll see how this one goes. Thomas Budgeon asks for you to rank the series. So Teddy, you start.
Fuck, that's a lot of games to rank. Well, the lowest one, I'm going to go from lowest to highest. Obviously, lowest is Recoded. I've never even bothered to play it. Oh, okay. Ha 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 ha. I get the reference now. But yeah, so that'd probably be at the lowest. Then I would say Chain of Memories. Then I would say, uh, three, 362 or whatever by like divided by 2 or whatever the fucking DS game's name was. Some of them are just so long and complicated to remember. So I apologize if I don't like perfectly name them.
358 over 2 days.
Whatever you said. Oh god, Kyle died again.
I'm back.
Your face ain't. Oh, there it comes.
I definitely would not have gotten fucking Alistair out of that. Malachi, whatever. Okay, so from there, I would say, yeah, so it would be Recoded. Also trying to Recoded, Chain of Memories. Then I will say the DS game. Then Keyblade Unchained, which is the mobile game. It's fun, but it does kind of get boring after a while. Then I'll say, how many did I list so far? Fuck, I'm bad with memory, y'all. So that is 4. So I have 4 more to go. 3. One, Birth by Sleep 2.
Kylie?
Where do you rank the rhythm game?
I don't consider the rhythm game like part of like the main continuity. I consider it kind of like a spin-off game. The only reason why I include the mobile game of Keyblade Unchained is because it directly ties into the little movie thing that they did. Your characters are the characters who fight in the Keyblade War. So that's why all those Keyblades are littered there. They're literally a representation of all of our player characters that Square Enix thought years of fucking ahead of, which is pretty fucking smart in my opinion.
Real quick, during the final battle in 3, when they all help you, you're like, what? And then, like, apparently, I guess it was the Japanese players got their names actually shown, which was neat.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they tried to add the Japanese and the Americans, it'd be just too fucking long, you know? They probably should have just done it for like the localization. They should have in NA done the American like players of it. Because I've been playing since like the day like I had an account since day one. And then like I went back to it after like a couple of years had passed, but I still play it.
So, are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. All right. So, I'm not going to rank the mobile game or the rhythm game. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. So no rhythm game, no mobile game. I'm ranking Coded and Days off their DS games, not the movie or whatever. And Chain of Memories, okay, I'll just rank it however. Okay, so worst to best?
Yeah, that's what I did.
358 over 2 days. Recoded. Am I supposed to be explaining why?
No.
Okay.
Just a ranking series.
Okay. So 358 over 2 days, recoded. Chain and Memories. Dream Drop.
That's one game I forgot. Dream Drop. So Dream Drop would be in between the mobile game and 3 for me.
Three. 1, 2 BBS. Yeah, I think. I get them all? I think I got them all.
I think so.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot Dream Drop Distance, but then again, that's the story of that game. It was forgettable.
Pretty different opinions with the rankings, which I figured that would be. All right. So we'll shoot to Teddy to start the next one. So Victor Crowley asks, "What
Oh my God.
In your opinion, what is the worst game of the series and why?"
Okay. So, fundamentally, as a whole, Chain of Memories. They had 2 attempts. 2 attempts on 2 different game consoles with 2 different hardwares to get that card game right. And it did not it was not good to begin with, but it definitely did not translate well. You can't be free roaming and free ranging and have enemies willy-nilly be able to group up and surround you and attack you, and you have to wait to be playing the right card. Because if they chain block you, then they're going to continue to circle around and just wail on you. Whereas at least on the Game Boy Advance, it was like isometric, so it was like easier to like understand the proper distances for stuff. But like when they translated to 3D, it absolutely did not translate well. Especially with the fact, like I said, they moved it 3D camera angling. They had you to expect you to do all the stuff you would do from a normal Kingdom Hearts game, but they blocked all of your attacks and all of your abilities behind a shitty card wall. I did not want to play Magic the fucking Gathering. I wanted a good fucking Kingdom Hearts game. To be fair, storyline, fantastic. I fucking loved it. Gameplay wise, absolutely ass. Especially the HD version.
You done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna rebuttal. I'm gonna counter argument your thing. Then I'll give my worst game, and you can counter argue me. So it's not that bad of a game. If you make a deck and play the waiting game and like wait for them to attack you, 9 times out of 10 you can counter their shit and then attack them with all kinds of slates or 9 cards or whatever, and usually you can get by. I mean, I was able to do pretty decently, and I actually think it works better in 3D because you can kind of move around and guard, and I don't know. That's just my opinion. I like Chain, which then again I was a kid playing it on Game Boy. But we'll go ahead. Sorry.
I will say, like I said, nothing on the storyline. I like the storyline.
We're just talking gameplay.
But I'm well aware that you can like combo cards and stuff like that. However, when you have one enemy in front of you, you can combo one card. But if 4 or 5 of them are doing their abilities at the same time because their card rolls are independent of each other, they can combo break you regardless of what you play. They play a 1, you play a 2, somebody plays a 3, then they play a 4. Like when you try to go up, or you play a 4 and then they play a 5, and they can always combo lock you down. And that was the problem, is they were throwing, like, by Kingdom Hearts standards, not significantly amount of Heartless, but they were still throwing a significant amount of Heartless at you, or they were throwing fast-moving bosses at you that could multiple chain cards and cause you to combo break, and they do damage through that combo break, and you still end up dying anyways. Like, your only option is hope you get a 0 card to play, or hope you've like min-maxed your entire deck. Like I said, I'm not trying to play Magic the Gathering. I'm trying to play a Kingdom Hearts game. This is like Square Enix's failed attempt to just throw whatever at the wall and hope it's stuck, and went in that direction with it to try to find a new direction